Okay, this is the game 2 of the Korbean set. Korbean versus Dman. Yeah, we take the fish, we skip the horse, and then we buy the pig. So tier 1's the positioning on them. Like, you want to do lowest attack to highest attack. The reason for that is ant. So ant is going to like funnel more health towards the back. So you want your higher attack units in the back so that, you know, when they have higher health units in the back due to ants. And then you can counter them. So that's pretty much the idea there. Alright. Okay, we get a draw. So now we should be playing for the throw round. Double mosquitoes, I like it, yeah. I mean, I don't love it, but you know, it's like it's what we hit. It's correct. I just don't like mosquitoes. But it was good. It was a good take. You were supposed to take it. Also freeze an apple. Okay, you should be freezing an apple on turn 1. You're never taking honey on turns 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe ever. You're pretty much just not taking honey. Honey's terrible. And apples like are pretty good on like turn 3, right? Like turn 3, we're gonna usually get a buff target. You know, we're gonna like tier up. You know, we get like a badger, we get a camel, we get an ox, we get maybe a dog. You know, maybe a dodo. You know, something. Or like maybe we get a peacock. Or alternatively, maybe we get a rabbit. Okay, great. And then, you know, the apple pairs with that. If we get any buff target, like, I just like putting stats on it. Oh, perfect. Okay, we end up doing it. We could have done it earlier in the round. We rolled past a couple, but we end up doing it now. So I'm happy with that. We freeze a mosquito. It is a throw round, so you could have combined these two mosquitoes. Yeah, we could have at least drew the round instead of won it. So, yeah. If you have, like, the triple ready for a tier 1, you can stack it. So, like, the mosquitoes we would have stacked. The fish we don't stack. Like, we don't stack the fish because we don't have another fish ready, you know. But the mosquito, we have one ready, so we know we're always hitting this triple. The fish we keep separate because we might not ever hit the triple, so we might just want to sell them separate. Okay, we hit a dodo. That's fine. It's better than the sheep. It's, like, not great, but it's good enough. Cool. And then we buy a snail here. Sure, I like that. Works well with the dodo because it just ends up buffing him more. Buffing his attack, which is the stat that matters on him. Okay. Position like this, that's fine. Sure. I can speed up the battles. Okay. Alright, this doesn't need to be sped up. So we sold a fish. Good. And then we're buying a flamingo. Nice, I like that. I also probably just buy the apple on the dodo. Nice. Okay, good. Nice, really good. Cool. Another apple. Rip it. Beautiful. Roll me. Cool. At this point, like, he has 5 attack. He's gonna have, like, 6 attack at this point. So your mosquito, because of the flamingo, is gonna have 6 attack every time. You know, at least. So, like, if he has 6 attack already, nothing on their board is ever going to be 6 attack. Like, even ignoring that we know what their board is because we're in the battle now. But, like, even before that, their board's never having 6 health. Sorry, not attack. Like, they're never going to have 6 health on a unit. So we don't really need to buff this anymore, like with the dodo. Because it's just kind of wasting the dodo's ability, right? Because this thing is already one-shotting anything that it touches. Except, like, an ox, because ox has melon. But that's, you know, nothing's one-shotting that. So, like, we could just put the fish here, and then we're getting, like, a fish gets, you know, we'll have a 5-3 fish, and we'll have a big mosquito, and we'll have a big dodo. Instead, we're just getting a really tall mosquito that, like, doesn't actually make it any better. It just makes the number bigger, but it's not making the pet perform any better, you know? It's like, it's better to just put the fish in front of the dodo. If we do that, then we don't get the snail onto the flamingo, but we don't really care because we want to pill the flamingo anyways. So, yeah. Okay, we lose that round, which means we get more snail value. I don't like badger on curve. So, okay, couple reasons this is bad. A, I don't like taking things on curve. So, like, on curve is, okay, there's a bug, but currently we're on tier 3 because it's turn 5. So we can find all these pets. I usually don't like taking very many of them. I'll take giraffes because they're scaling, and I'll take rabbits because they're scaling, and then I'll take whatever pet I have. But other than that, I'm not really buying new units. Like, I'm kind of just, I have my unit that I'm buffing. I buy scalers, I buy salads, I buy pills onto flamingos, that type of thing. Like, that's kind of my goal in turns like 5 and 6. I don't really want any of the units on curve. Like, if I hit a tier up and get them, great. You know, and like the dodo's good because we already have one. So that's one reason that I don't like this badger. And then the second reason is badger and dodo don't work well together at all. Like, very bad. So badger is going to hurt your pets, right? And dodo gives more attack to your pets. So, like, you can't give the attack to the badger, because if you give it to the badger, then the badger kills the dodo. Okay, so that's bad. Okay. And then you also can't give the dodo stats to the unit behind the badger, because the badger's going to kill the unit behind the badger. So your pretty much only option, right, because we're blocking off, like, this space right here. We're blocking off, like, the front space, if we're imagining that's where the badger is. And we're blocking off the second space. So you can have a unit here or a unit here. And that gets really awkward. So it's, like, really hard to use that. And then if they ever get a chili, then you're taking out your unit that has, you know, the dodo stats. It's like, it just gets really awkward. Like, badger doesn't work well with dodo at all. Because, like, generally if you have two things, like, you want at least one of them to be able to, you know, accept the dodo stats, or you're putting the dodo stats on something that doesn't matter, but this kind of stops you from doing that. So it just makes it pretty awkward. But we do get this pill here, which is good. Probably just buy, like, dolphin or pig. Either one's fine. Okay, cool. Dolphin's good. Yeah, it's like this is our only positioning we'll ever get, and we also can't get snail effectively with it. It just, like, makes the whole board kind of awkward. And also, like, when you have a badger, when you have a dodo, you're not going to have much health, right? Like, you're focused on attack. All your abilities just give you attack. A badger is also killing your units because his, you know, like, you just don't have health, so it's just killing everything. So, yeah. And also on curve. Oh, and then we sell it. Okay, well, I didn't like it anyway, so sure. I guess it's gone now. But now it also feels pretty bad that we put stats on it. Because, like, we put the flamingo stats on it, and then we immediately sold it, so. Yeah, anyway. We find double camel. Again, that's just, like, a lot of gold for something that doesn't actually do much. Because, like, the problem is, these units are base stats, right? That's why I don't like taking things on curve. Because you're buying it when it's base stats. You could just keep buffing things. Like, just roll, buy any salad you see, you know, buy flamingos, buy, you know, buy giraffes, buy rabbits, that type of thing. This is like 6 gold for maybe a triple in the future, but it's not even guaranteed. And also for a unit that just doesn't have good stats, and, like, the ability doesn't really matter all that much. Okay, we end up finding the triple. Also, this positioning, like, same reason as before. The dodo does not want to put all of its attack onto a unit that, like, this mosquito is currently one-shotting anything on their board. And then we give it 5 more attack. Like, the 5 more attack accomplishes literally nothing. Like, not a single thing. Nothing will ever come from this 5 extra attack. So the dodo is essentially not having an ability right now. Because we're putting on something that already has already has more than enough attack. Okay, but we do hit the triple. Also, we, like, lose out on 1 stat there, which is minor but annoying. Because whenever you stack something, you get 1/1. So if you stack onto, like, the smaller one, specifically like this, if you just stack these together, then it'll become, like, it uses the bigger stats from both of them. So it'll use, like, the 4 attack and then add 1 to it, so you'd have, like, a 5/4. But since you do it like this, now the attacks are the same without stacking it. So instead, like, you don't end up getting 1 extra attack. That's minor, but yeah. Right here, I love shark. Shark tier up, beautiful. I wrote in my notes. Shark, because I was really happy when I saw the shark. Because shark's really strong. And then we take a cow. We took a cow. Okay. Alright. Cool. Yeah. No. And you know what? I was watching this set live in person, and you're like, I'm gonna go tempo. This isn't tempo. Or, I don't know, maybe we were like, I don't remember what you said. But the shark, I mean, it is tempo. It is. That's an incorrect statement. But the shark is just so much more. The shark is like tempo and long term. Because you can just pill things. You can pill turtles. You can pill whatever. And then you just get a free pair out of it. And also, the shark's just like a massive unit. It starts at 2/2 stats, but then you have 4 things that die. Because you have the shark in the back of your team. So it's gaining 8/8. So it's a 10/10 unit. The cow's not doing anything for us. It gets us like some stats, but way less stats than the shark would have been. And then we buff the camel. See, like the camel, I already hated taking the camels. We got rewarded for it. But our camel's so small, so like now we're just scaling a unit from behind. Right? If we scale the dodo's already, like pretty good on stats, and it actually would be nice to get the extra attack on it, or the extra health on it, because this gives, more health than attack, so it would help kind of even out these numbers. But instead we're like starting a new unit. Like we have 2 units that we've already buffed, and we're like starting on a third. None of our units are very big yet, so it's like, and now we're starting on a 3rd unit, so it just feels pretty awkward. You generally like, you want 1 or 2 buff targets until turn 7, and then turn 7 you definitely want 2, because they can start finding skunk. You want like at least 2 at that point, but like you really only ever want to be focusing on like 2 buff targets until you get like later in the game. Once you get later, then sure, you'll want kind of your whole board to have stats, but like we don't need 3 different units that all have kind of fine stats, but like not great. Like we could have 1 or 2 big units if we just focused all of our stats instead of like splitting them between 3 different places. But we sell the snail. We buy the skunk. That's good. I like that. We're rolling. We find a dodo. We find a can. Sure. We could have taken the previous can that was in the shop. We have we're at least selling these 3 units, and our camel's not that big, so it could also be sold eventually if it doesn't get much bigger. Actually, the skunk might stay on board, but we have quite a few slots. So, but that can was good. I just think the other one could have been also. So we lose that round. Unfortunate. I think we could have done better if we would have given our dodo stats to the unit that cares about him a little bit more, just because he has a little bit less attack and also has more health, so he just has more chances to make it matter. So just think about where your dodo stats are going, because we're putting on a unit with no health, which means you're only ever getting 1 swing out of this, and with this rhino you're maybe getting no swings out of it. But if dodo's here, then you get it on a unit with more health, which is just a little bit better, and it has less attack anyway, so it's nice to get that up. Okay, we sell the cow, buy a tiger. Sure, I guess. Wait, hold on. What was the other triple? Was it what I thought it was? It's a leopard! We have leopard dodo, and we go... Oh, dodo's so good with leopard. So leopard is the one exception to where I'm oh, this has too much attack. We don't want the dodo on it. This thing's ability is just better the more attack it has. We would love to put the dodo behind the leopard. That is what I'm looking for when I have a dodo, right? If I have a dodo, my goal is someday I need to find a leopard. I need a big dodo, put a leopard in front of it, and then we get a bajillion damage a night. But then we buy the tiger is stupid and doing nothing. It's it's doubling a camel at level 1. This is a tier 3 unit now. Whatever you put this behind, it's essentially the same tier as that unit. This is a tier 3 unit. A level 1 tier 3 unit. Do we feel good about that? I don't feel good about that. Okay, we get a level on it, which is cool. Also, probably freeze this turtle. Turtles are just insanely strong. I guess we're going into turn 10, but I don't know. We're probably selling this mosquito anyway, so I probably freeze the turtle. Turtles are just really good. Okay, we get a lot of stats from the shark, or from the tiger, but it doesn't matter. And we get another leopard. know what happens here, and I hate it. We still don't take the leopard. Why? Why? Gorilla's not even a good unit. It's like it's an okay unit, but it's not even that good. Oh, we could have sniped for like so much damage. Leopard Dodo. It's like they go together so well. Korbean, please. Oh, jeez. Oh, like we could have at this point, instead of the tiger, we could have had a level 2 leopard with our dodo, because we ended up getting 2 chocolates immediately. That's so sad. It's so sad. I'm sad. Why the pair? Why? What? In my notes I wrote no. Just the word no really long. Okay, so first of all, that sushi's bad. Like, we could buy it, or sorry, the pair is bad. It's turn 10. Like, sushis, I'm buying every sushi I see, turn 7 and 8. And then after that, I'm probably not buying sushis. Unless it's like a specific breakpoint that we need, but I don't see that being the case here. Unless you just really wanted the 911 camel, which in that case I respect it, but this is just more stats overall. And also, if we're putting it anywhere, put it on the dodo, because the dodo has like double effect, you know? Like the dodo, if it gets attack, that attack is doubled and put on the next unit. Or, like, you know, it's just copying it to the next unit. Yeah, so also position differently, please. Why possibly? Like, bro, this just put the dodo anywhere but where you have it. This dodo did nothing all game. The dodo literally never did a single thing for this game. One time, we could have one-shotted that. And then hit the melon. And I think we could potentially win that turn. I don't think so, actually. But either way, the dodo did nothing that whole game. It was very sad, very unfortunate. All right, let's look at the next one here. Ooh, we got top hats this time. I like how you have hats randomized. Yeah, it's fine. I maybe take Ant here, but I think you can also skip Ant because it's like not that good of a unit. We had double horse, so we take it. Like, kind of, you know, like horses aren't great, but we hit 2 of them, so of course we're just taking it. If you hit 2 units, you take 2 units. Again, like, probably positioned differently, but actually it worked out that time, so what do I know? Okay, we get another beaver. Freeze an apple. No? Okay. Alright, so then here we buy another beaver. Freeze an apple. Oh my gosh, wait, are you going to buy the duck? Ah, you stacked. I thought you were buying the duck. It is a throw around, so that's good. But we can just buy the duck here. So, like, we already have a triple, and we're rolling for like 1 pet that we wouldn't even be able to buy right now. Just buy the duck. If there's like another good pet in the shop and you're on 3 gold and you have a triple, just buy the good pet. You know, like, buy the duck. Because like there's odds you don't even hit the horse here. It's like not the greatest odds of finding it because you're only looking for 1 unit now, rather than like when there was beaver and horse, you were looking for 2 units. When you're just looking for 1, it's like pretty unlikely. So just buy the duck. It also gives you like 1 gold on the next turn because you can sell it. But all right, let's see. Okay, camel, great, nice. I like that. And we can buy the apple. Beautiful. Oh, nice. Peacocks. This is good. Freeze the other peacock. What are we doing? We already have 1 peacock. Might as well get the second one. You know, we like tier ups, and that helps us find one, and it also buffs our unit a little bit. Okay, I like selling horse there. That's good. Oh, we sell both horses. Oh, and then we're just selling beaver. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that then. If that's what we want to do. Buy a flamingo. Buy an apple. Yep, perfect. Good. Buy swan. Nice. Good. I like swans. Swans give us gold. Bang. Nice. Okay. I still don't understand why we didn't freeze the peacock. But hey, other than that, this has been played pretty well. That's the only major thing so far. There's like the duck thing at the start, but that's pretty minor. Okay. Okay, we can buy this penguin. Okay. So like turn 5, if I have the option to buy a giraffe, I'm gonna buy it on like turn 5 pretty much every time. So if I have a level 2 unit, a penguin is just a giraffe that has like, upside. So it's like a giraffe they can turn into 2 giraffes. And we already are like pretty close to the camel level, so we could just sell the flamingo and buy the penguin. Also salads. It's turn 5, so I just like ripping salads, and there we go. We end up hitting the camel, so we could add full penguin value. Which I mean, we wouldn't have had the gold for it, but that's beside the point. Also salads. Like salads are very strong on this turn. On turn 5. Turn 5 and 6, like I'm buying pretty much every salad I see if my board works for it. On our board right now, we could like stack this, sell the flamingo, and then just start ripping salads. Like if everything on your board is good for a salad to hit, then salads are great. And right now, like we can get our board into a spot where every unit that it could possibly hit would be great. Nice. Take that other cake. For taking the first cake, we take the second cake on the peacock. Because we're taking it for like in case we find a rabbit later. That way we can start getting passive scaling from it. That's also like a pair right now, so just buy the second cake. Nice, we one shot now. Nice, we win the round. Okay, we can pill the mingo. Actually, before you pill that mingo, you should take your tear up. Always just take tear ups first. Like in case we hit a shark, we could have gotten an extra pair of stats for free. Okay, we don't hit a shark, so it doesn't actually matter. But yeah, we take a cow. Good. Whoa! Buy the rabbit. Buy the rabbit first. Get extra stats. What are we doing? Leave the rabbit frozen. What are you freezing it for? And now we buy it? We just didn't want the 2 extra health we could have gotten. That's crazy. We just chose not to get 2 health. Yeah, so watch your like order on things, because like you could have just gotten 2 health for free there. We just chose not to. We get 1 of the health later, but we still miss out on 1 rabbit trigger this turn, and we could have maxed it out, which feels pretty bad. Okay, they end up hitting a scorpion, so we got to play around that a little bit now. Okay, we have another cake, which it is turn 8, so it's like not actually that good because it's our rabbit's level 1. So yep, good skip. We buy a can. That's good. We have like 3 units that we're probably 4 units that we're cycling out eventually. Buy this can. Okay, if you're buying 1 can, buy the other can too. Like if you're buying cans, you're buying cans, right? So the way you determine if you're buying cans or not is like how many units on your board are you eventually selling. This camel, it's probably here until the end game. Like it's our buff target. We'll probably just keep buffing it. The cow's small, the swan is small, but we'll keep it for a little while because it's giving us gold. The peacock we just haven't ended up putting any stats on, which I also don't really like. Like the milk last turn, we could have also put some on the peacock, or on somewhere, just because like turn 7 you want to start having 2 big units because they can have scorpion and they can have skunk. So if you just have 1 big unit, then they can easily just kind of steal all your stats with that. But yeah. But where was I going with that? But anyway, but cans. So, but like, yeah, the rabbit, it's level 1. We don't care about it. This is level 1 and has not very many stats, so we don't care about it. We don't care about this, and this has no stats. This one's probably staying the longest out of these 3. But, it's still also going. So we're getting like 4/4 out of all these cans. It's like, yeah, the first can was good. Second can, also good. Just keep ripping cans. Again, we're just buffing 1 unit really tall, which is not great because of this guy and this guy. Like, they have ways to just make our entire board not exist, which feels pretty bad. Like, yeah, they have a skunk now, so all of the stats that we bought on him, we're just losing some of them. If we bought on 2 units, then we're only losing, a portion of the stats that we've bought. But we get our own skunk now. That's fine. Find another rabbit. We don't really want it. Oh, we sold. Oh, what are we buying? Oh, I hate that. Oh, man. Oh boy, I hate that. So like this this got us not much, and we sold a lot for it. Like, we're getting rid of 2 gold every turn to get, like, right now we get a not even a salad worth of value. We got 3 stats out of it. A salad, which we could have bought 2 turns ago, 3 turns ago. No, like 2 tiers ago. Sorry, would give us more total stats than that. Yeah, like buying, and we end up hitting another rabbit, but it's also like it's turn 9. Like the rabbit is not the best scaler at all at this point. And I'd much rather just have extra gold so we can just buy better units, you know, because like tier 6, there's just better units to find. We end up winning that round again. They have level 2 skunk now, which makes it really bad that all of our stats are on 1 unit. If they, you know, just... Okay, so now we're starting to split them. At this point, like, I would have rather sold him and bought the leopard, just because the leopard can do a bit more. Like, the peacock was small and didn't have all that much of an ability. And it's level 1, so, like, just sell it and get the better unit of the leopard. But, it's okay. Okay, we're buying a fly. Sure, that's fine. Actually, it's like, not very good, because they have a rhino and a camel. This fly is actually pretty bad here. They have a lot of units that specifically really like it when we have a fly. Because leopard's just going to get free hits on us, and camel's just going to get free hits. So the fly's not great here. The leopard would have been pretty good, though. Okay, luckily our fly gets killed, because otherwise they could have gotten value out of it. And our opponent's board is like really small, which is convenient. They're not actually getting much value out of any of our mistakes, but in theory they should be. Okay, so now we are making sure that they will get value. Okay, now we sell rabbit for cow. That's fine, especially where they're on lethal. We just want to win the game, and that helps us win the game. Nice. Okay, and we are buffing a different unit, which I do like. I like that we did eventually start switching to buffing the peacock instead of the camel. They position really strange and pretty dumb, and the fly ends up doing good work for us there, so it works out. In theory, they could have punished us a little bit more for that, but they didn't, so it worked out. That was good.